Hey guys, how's it going? So it is August 7th, 2018, and I thought I would just let you guys know what's going on over here and see if any of you guys have been feeling the same or if it's all me. Again, I post all this stuff about Mercury Retrograde because on the off chance that you're feeling alone and you're like, what the heck is going on? Even though I half the time don't know what the heck is going on, at least you know that there's someone else that is with you on this path of not knowing what the heck is going on. So, in other news, I got my appetite back, which, by the way, if you didn't watch my last video, some stuff that I'm talking about in this video might not make sense. If you haven't been watching me for a while, some of the stuff I'm talking about in here might not make sense either. So, at any rate, I woke up this morning realizing that I just needed to surrender. Yesterday was kind of a hard day for me, and I'm gonna rewind and tell you like maybe the reason why that is, because you know, I'm one who, while I feel a lot, I do understand that there could be a realistic backing as to why I feel this way. You know, like, for instance, if I have heart palpitations, you know, maybe it's not a heart chakra activation. Maybe it's the fact that I possibly could have had too much caffeine, you know, or if my throat's been scratchy and I've been coughing, you know, maybe it's not throat chakra activation or clearing or whatever it is that people are calling it. Maybe it's more of the fact that I had some hot drink and it burned my throat a little bit, you know, and so it kind of feels a little scratchy now. So I try to think things through with a realistic perspective, but at the same time, I do note them because I have noticed a lot of times when I go through certain things like this, I've found others on YouTube and some people in my life who will have noticed the same thing. I'm trying to think about, oh yeah, the night before last night, I got 0 hours of sleep. I just laid in bed with my eyes closed because I knew that I was gonna have to be at work at 5 in the morning. And you know how, like, when you already know you're gonna wake up early, you like stress over sleeping and getting some sleep and then you can't sleep. So that's pretty much what happened. I just laid in bed with my eyes closed, and so I had no sleep yesterday. And I got to work and work was great, but then towards like the end of work, because work's been a great outlet of escape for me, I don't have to think about anything other than work when I'm working. But since work has been a great escape for me, I will find that a lot of times I will leave work either with like a clear head and a clear perspective and a clear like, oh my gosh, that's what I should do with this and this, or oh, now here's the answer that I'm looking for. And then there's other times where it's like, I feel like the universe is saying, okay, you put us on the back burner long enough. We're all gonna like all this stuff has been building back here while you've been working and forgetting about us. So now we're gonna like throw it on your shoulders. And I feel like that's what yesterday was. And yesterday was a day where I just felt like things that have been so important to me are slipping from my hands and slipping from my fingers. And it was one of those days where like my diet, living, give a darn just broke. Proof. These are my absolute like go-to when I'm having a cheat day, you know, and if you see here, they are the king size, and there's 2 cups in, I don't know if it says it here, but there's 2 cups. I bought 2 of these, which means 4 big cups, and I ate them all in one sitting in the Walmart parking lot. Thank you very much. I actually moved the car so that the guy that gets the carts all the time wouldn't stop and talk to me, because he does that sometimes, which is absolutely fine. Nice man. Just it was not a day for talking yesterday. And I just snarfed them all down, went home and took a nap and slept for like 4 hours. Things had to have been getting bad when I was totally breaking my diet on a Monday. Now my cheat days are Saturdays. I've been gluten-free since May, I wanna say. And is that right? Has it been since May? And so I tried to remain gluten-free. I even looked up to see if those Reese's peanut butter cups had gluten in them, because I absolutely love the chocolate pieces in them. Do you remember, because no one else seems to, so if you remember this, let me know, when back, I want to say I was like, what, 15, 16? So back like 20 years ago, dating myself, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups used to have this, it came out for a little while. These peanut butter cups with like a chocolate, like a hard chocolate Oreo cookie on the bottom of them. And I loved them. They were in a yellow packaging, and they stopped making them probably around the time that I went to college. And then these came back, I don't know, a year or so ago, and I love those. I love the king size. They're like the huge cups. And I don't know if you noticed, but those are like the freaking tall cups that have like a ton of peanut butter in them. So on cheat days, I will get me an amount of those. I'm actually embarrassed to say like how many of those I will, because I will literally eat them all in one sitting. I can eat like 4 of those packages in one sitting. I'm not kidding. I should like video record it so you know. And I will still want more like after an hour or two. It's seriously a problem. This is why I'm on the diet that I'm on. Side note, people will sit there and go, you don't understand food addictions. That's why you can do the keto diet. And I'm sitting here going, girl, have you seen me on a cheat day? On a cheat day, like a cheat day today, those would be my typical days every day before I like got my freaking health into gear, got my life into gear. At any rate, this Mercury retrograde has been a little weird in the sense that I always make my like big chapter changes during Mercury retrograde, but it was getting to where it was really, there was a lot of pressure, and I felt like I was really being pushed to limits that were just tough. It was getting to a point where I was considering even like quitting going to the gym, and which is odd because I look back now at that mindset and I'm like, where was my mind? Why did I think that? Like, you guys know that I freaking love the gym, and here I was thinking, you know, maybe I should just like quit going. Like, why do I even go anymore? When I woke up this morning, I felt that same struggle within me, that internal struggle, like I have no control. Everything that I've ever wanted, I feel, is just, I haven't really gone into everything that's going on because I'm very superstitious. If I mention something to someone about something that might happen, I worry it'll put out the energy that that one thing might happen. I can foresee myself eventually just putting it out there, this change that I need to make. And anyways, where am I going at with all this? So I woke up this morning. Maybe I should backtrack again because I know I get, like, I frustrate some of you guys because, like, they're like, you know, you beat around the bush a lot. You talk about a whole lot of nothing. You don't ever get to the point. Well, too bad. That's just how it's going to be today. So 2017, I mentioned in a prior video, was a year of exciting changes. It was a change. These changes that I was faced to make, hello, grammar, they were ones that I could see the end from the beginning, where I knew I had to make those changes to have a better life. I knew that I was in unhealthy situations and unhealthy, yeah, I guess you could just say unhealthy situations, and in some unhealthy friendships that I had to let go of because I knew I had to save my health, be it my physical health, my mental health, my emotional health. And so they were exciting to me because I knew who I wanted to be and where I wanted to be in my life. And so I made the changes with the excitement, knowing that it was getting me one step closer to where I wanted to be. 2018 came, and I've mentioned this before. Seriously, January 1st of 2018 was like, if someone said, yeah, you know, the whole universe tilted on its side, I've been like, yeah, I felt it. I just knew that something big happened or was going to happen. Some of you guys know that I don't chase numbers, but it seems like I chase numbers. Numbers come to me, and even like my regular usual numbers that I had been getting for, and I mean, when I say numbers, I mean like 333, 444, like those kind of numbers that like, they come to me. I don't go searching for them. But even those numbers that I had seen since my like existential crisis, so since like 2011, they had changed. And I don't know who to talk to about these kind of things. And even like talking to you guys about it, I'm sure some of you guys could be like, what? But I do know that some of you guys do see numbers. So cool. Oddly, numbers give me comfort at times. Like not all the time, but sometimes it's like when I feel in the midst of chaos, and then it's like I will drive past a billboard and it will have like a certain set of numbers, and I'm like, okay, I'm okay. I can do this another day. Even those numbers changed, and I had numbers like 6 months prior that kept coming up for a while, like so back in like June-ish of 2017, that like I had no idea what they were related to. Never saw these numbers before, and they kept coming. And I remember like marking it down and saying, what does this number mean? And then it took me until 2018 to go, oh, that's what it was. 2018 for me has been this whole like, we're going to change things up, but we're not going to show you what's to come out of it. You just have to trust. And I struggle with trust when it comes to trusting something outside of me. So a lot of what 2018 has been for me is really pushing to see how far I could go and how far I can open up my understanding and my perspective on life, on people, on what my future holds, what my soul's mission is, right? What my story is. You know, I want to leave a legacy. Am I leaving a legacy at all? I have no freaking clue. So maybe I should think about what legacy I am leaving, if I am leaving one at all. So I felt like I came into 2018 with this, all right, she's ripe and ready for this next huge chapter. Throughout all these changes I've made the past many years, there has been a few things that I've been able to hold on to and that have brought me comfort and have brought me peace. And now I'm finding those things to be shaken up. And that is exceptionally unnerving. And I feel like at times I'm standing on shaky ground, although I feel peace. So I was thinking about what has this Mercury retrograde taught me? And, you know, I could come up with a couple ideas, and I won't really know until after Mercury retrograde is over. But definitely this morning, after just feeling so weighted down by this struggle of me trying to hold on to those little things, actually they're big things, that I've been holding on to for so long, realizing that I just have to surrender and just hope that it'll all turn out in the end. It'll all be okay in the end. There's a quote that says, everything is okay in the end, and if it's not okay, it's not the end. I just have to hold on to that, and I have to hold on to the fact that we are adaptable creatures, right? You know, so whatever happens, I will be okay. I hope. And I just have to let go and follow what feels best, even if it doesn't make any sense in the present time. This moment is also kind of odd too. I feel like time feels a little weird. I have to understand that this is like a crucial time that all of us are collectively purging what no longer serves us. And that's, again, you know, these chakra activations. You know, it's just we are letting go of the things that no longer honor us and serve us. And if it has to be something drastic, then it's gonna be something drastic, and that's okay. We have to just know that there is someone else or something else, or some other energy that is putting us in the direction that we need to be, even though that's easier said than done. I want to know, like, legitimate, like, how you guys are doing. I've had so many friends they're going through so many huge changes. We went through a small change. My husband got a new job, which coincides with, you know, a lot of my friends have gotten new jobs. A lot of my friends have quit their jobs. A lot of my friends are going through, like, big things. Like, there's been deaths, there's been movings, there's been you know, job changes, there's been, like, and a lot of people are, like, silly things, like changing up their look, like me cutting bangs. Like, I know that sounds kind of silly, but there's a lot of people who are like completely changing like how they look. Some could consider it good change and some could consider it not good change. I have found that digging my heels into the ground is actually doing me harm than just saying, you know what, God, you win. I'll just follow and I'll just surrender and I'll just know that I can trust you. I think that's everything. I will talk to you guys later, and I hope you guys are doing well. Keep me posted. And hair update, slight hair update. I'm just gonna dye it because I'm between the whole, okay, I would like to have it lighter than what it is right now before I dye it, but I probably will never do that. I thought about doing like a peroxide wash kind of thing, like a bleach wash, or doing peroxide with heat and all that stuff, and I don't know if I'm gonna do that because I don't know if I have the courage to do it. But I just feel like I don't have the time to like really sit down, read about it, know what to do, and then film it and all that stuff. So I think what I want more of the two is to just have red hair, and that's my phone. So I'm gonna dye it, and I'll talk to you guys later. Catch you on the flip. Bye.